This was Mr. Jonathan Hines, head coach of the Nashville Predators. This is him game one. I mean, he's looking great, right? He's got great skin. His forehead, his top of his head matches his face. And unfortunately, game two, game one aged him a little bit. We won 7-2. Game one aged him just a hair. So this is same picture, but this is him game two. So this is him watching over the benches, putting his shit out there. Guys, this is what I want. Less penalties. Please do not take penalties against this Avalanche team. This is him game two. And he looks, to me, it's less stressed. But we'll have everybody have their say on that. But this is John Hines game two. And so we'll get into that. I'm sorry, guys. This is an overtime game. We've all had a little, right? I mean, let's be okay. It's okay to have a little. It's an overtime game. John Hines, game two. Let's get this show started. And there he is, John Hines, after game two. Stressful game, some would say, for Mr. Jonathan Hines. And tight game. Like I figured it would be. It would be a tight game. Overtime, I said 3-2. 2-1, we'll take it. Very similar. Either way, wonderful win by the Avalanche. Oren, how you feeling? Besides tired and just didn't want an overtime. I mean, how are you feeling right now after that big win? Needed it going into dirty Nashville, Smashville is what a few people call it. How you feeling? You feeling good?
I'm feeling fantastic, to be honest. I mean, we played about the best that we could have ever played. I mean, honestly, we dominated. We were spectacular on defense. We were wonderful on offense. So we had twice as many shots as them. I will give props to their goalie. I mean, he played
Ingram played a very good game.
Stupendous game. I mean, against all of the offensive pressure that he was receiving, I mean, he was great. I will give it up to him, but I felt that a goal was coming after so many shots. I mean, we were attacking and hitting hard, so we were doing great. I was very proud of them, and I'm glad that we're up 2-0 and going into Nashville for their home game. So it's great to be up 2-0.
We were the dominant team by far. But it was one of those games where we kept coming down. We were in their zone so much, dominating the play, looking likely to score. We were just kind of all waiting for it to happen. And then every once in a while they would come in our zone and you'd just be fucking pins on needles, don't do it, don't shoot. Oh, and every time they shoot, because it was so rare. It was so rare.
It was, but you can get those lucky goals in, and every chance they had, you were up in arms. You wanted to get out of the zone as soon as possible. No time left. Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was do or die. So it was anyone's 100%. Game. It was anyone's game at the end. I mean, we dominated, but shit, it was anyone's game at the end. I mean,
yeah, you go into overtime, it is anyone's game. We'll try to run through this as quick as we can. Overtime. We all have work tomorrow. We all have stuff to do. We have lives to live. But let's talk about the game. First period. It's kind of, several minutes into the game. One thing I mentioned the last game to our boy Gnome, who we did an interview, which, first of all, before we start, let me just give thanks to the 303 bar here in Littleton off of Bowles and Wadsworth.
It was great.
Thank you for having us. Had a fun time. Good atmosphere. Great manager. Great staff. We'll be back for sure. Try to do some more interviews before we
Excellent
get kicked out
service.
into the rain. Excellent service. The rain was shit, so they should have controlled that. But besides that,
Yeah.
great service. And then they locked us out. So I have to mention them. Big up the 303. Little quick play. Burakovsky does a little backhand neutral zone turnover. And that's the stuff I was talking about a couple of days ago. We're talking about game one. I was like, Burry, he plays well, but he's on the third line right now. He's not as effective offensively. What is he going to do defensively? How is he going to be? Is he going to help the team? Is he going to get in the way? He throws a little, sauce. This is what he does. He likes to throw a little sauce in the neutral zone, kind of in the middle of the ice. And more often than not, it gets picked off, gets turned over. That happened. It didn't end up costing us, but that was one thing I noted. I was like, let's watch this. Let's watch this moving forward for sure. After that happened, Nathan McKinnon. So I got a McKinnon goal.
Just give it to Nate.
Beauty of a goal. Yeah. So EJ chips it up the boards. It goes over LOC's head. He's battling with a guy on the corner, on the boards. Goes over his head. Nate just rushes down the left wing, takes a look. He kind of looks the pass over, lets the goalie. He's guessing. He's like, oh, is he going to pass it? Is he going to shoot it? Gives a little look off. Snipes the mother. Short side. We're up 1-0. And it seems like, oh, is this going to be another thrashing? Is this what this is going to be? We start off very strong. What was your thoughts? We start off strong. Where are we at?
Well, with that magnificent, it was almost a kind of a no look shot because he was facing his teammate, and it honestly he was gonna pass it, but he turned and shot at the exact same time. So I think he tricked the goalie on that. I think he actually thought he was gonna pass it. So I loved that. It was kind of like a no look shot because it was so instant, and it was a snipe. It was beautiful. It was a great momentum booster. So it was good on us to get that first goal.
He snuck the bitch in. Let's be real. He snuck the bitch in.
Yep.
He said, "Hey, come over." He gave her a call. He gave her a phone call. Hey, my mom's asleep. Short side. Mama's gone. Daddy's at work.
We all know what that means.
Come on.
Straight in the hole.
Inside.
Just straight in there.
Straight in the slot. You can take that sexually. You can take that
the only
any way you want to take
it. We got it in there, so
it went inside the sphincter. So we went in the sphincter. We have that down. So that's 1-0. And then I've got here. There's a huge hit behind the net. It's a beautiful man sandwich, as I put it. Landeskog and Kadri. They were the bread.
Butts
and
to butts.
Fabro was the baloney. And they sandwiched him behind the boards. Just showed we're gonna start the game physical. We're gonna finish the first period physical. Get off to a good start. And we did that. We were very physical first period. We were the better team. Could have probably been at least 2-0, but we'll take 1-0. I did have a note here, and I have to show it. So this gentleman right here, I made a comment while we were watching the game. I said, what did I say? I said his face, it looks like a loose labia. And now, ladies, you know what I'm talking about here. I mean, so it could be majora, it could be minora, but I think that's a bit too specific. We don't have to be that specific with it. It just looks like a loose vagina fold. For those who doesn't know what labia is, it's kind of, vagina fold. It's just ugly. And just to be the franchise that owns this face, it's just like, yeah, you're just going to do a lot of people wrong. I had to mention that because it was bothering me in the first period. It really was. It was sickening. I was
That
sick.
face looks like a loose labia. Yeah, I
It's a loose labia face. You know what I'm saying? And I
like
mean that with no
you don't
offense.
really want to look at it. You just want to do things with it, I guess.
Ooh, yeah, you kind of tickle it a little bit. I don't know. You can tickle his face a
I
little
don't
bit. See
know.
what happens. I
You
don't want
just
to
don't
get
want to
too
look
into
at
the
it.
face, especially that he's missing his front teeth. That makes it more of an open gap. And you know what? Let's stop right there. Let's just
Yeah.
stop right there. I think we're going too far.
Yeah, let's go. Next page.
Let's just move on. So we're up 1-0. We're dominating the game. Unfortunately, our boy Sammy G, who I didn't upload a picture for, but he goes down, gets down on his knees to block a puck. Seems like a simple play to make. Unfortunately, the puck, it happens. It's a mistake. Puck goes under him.
He had
Goes
the
to
right idea. It was a
right
bad
idea.
deflection off his body straight to the
Yeah, just didn't
opponent.
work out, man. It's just one of those plays that didn't work out. I said, Dry goes down. He bucks a lob to block a lob pass. It squeaks through, letting Trennan. So I put in here, who in
Who the
shit
fuck is Trennan?
is Trennan? And who gives a shit by a guy with his last name Trennan? Now, Mr. Trennan, I apologize for your family, but Trennan goes down the board. Who gives a shite? No one cares.
What are
Trennan?
you gonna do? Really?
What are you gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what it does. He scores.
He scores
what
the
he does.
only goal that
So,
the Predators got.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. So Trennan goes on goal, shoots it past Kemper. It's 1-1. You're like, okay, obviously this is gonna be a hockey game. So we get Trennan. Trennan scores. I was so angry. I was just looking at the coach's outfit and Jared Bedner's suit tonight, the deep burgundy suit. It's a beautiful suit. Beautiful suit. He looked good tonight. We had a couple penalty kills that period. We had a couple penalties, and the penalty kill looked good all night. I will have to say, congratulations to the penalty kill.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
And we end up killing a penalty kind of towards the end of the period. And that was our first period. So it's 1-1. It comes in 1-1. Now we know it's a hockey game, right? We know it's a hockey game. We've got second period. Nate starts out. He gets tripped up. We get a power play. This is kind of a ebb and flow of we're starting to get power plays in the second period, but we're not doing much with them. He gets tripped up. We get a penalty. We get a power play. Nothing happens. We're starting to dominate the second period. We keep going, line after line after line, forcing the play, making things happen. Rantanen gets tripped and get a second power play. Again, don't take advantage of it. And we get a third power play.
Yep.
Nothing happens. One thing I did note is that, especially in our defensive zone, starting to win some faceoffs. JT Compher had a really good night. I don't even know his numbers. I mean, his numbers could be shite. I wouldn't know, but from watching, I was like, JT Compher's winning faceoffs in the defensive zone, and faceoffs have been a big issue for us, and we're winning faceoffs. But what's your take? We start the second period, we get a couple of power plays, we don't take advantage of them. What's your feeling overall after that? Like, you can tell we have chances, but we're not taking them.
Well, guess what? We outshot the Preds 21 shots to 5 in the second period. 21 shots to 5. I mean, that's incredible. Yeah. I mean, our offense was on. Like I said before, I give props to the goalie. This was his night. I mean, He was spectacular.
We'll give props to their goalie, but let's just go ahead and post our goalie up because that's what matters.
Our goalie definitely. I mean, like you said before, he plays better when he's getting shots taken towards him constantly.
He does.
And when there's a delay, he gets a little bit cold. So it's good that he held strong towards the end. So I'm glad about that.
He held strong. He damn well held strong.
Held strong. Yeah.
He was headstrong. So yeah, I have in the second. I mean, we get a few power plays. We're just not doing it. I like our face-offs. I like what we're winning. JT Compher's doing one of the face-off. Guys are doing their job. So, It's tied, but role players are doing their job right now. I still feel like Burakovsky's playing out of place. Like he's out of place.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't quite have the line mates. Maybe he's trying to fill it out with with his offensive skill, what he should be doing, and it's just
he
he
doesn't
just
have
feels out
much
of
to
place.
work with right now.
No, he doesn't. But he had a great defensive game in game one. But to get the best out of him, you're eventually going to need to move him with the more talented skaters. And then what are you going to do? You're going to drop Lekanen down to line 3, which you could do,
It's a
which they may do.
bit of a
'Cause
shuffle. They should shuffle it around, see what
they can.
works with work.
But
what
you're
works
winning.
with what.
You're winning games too. At the same time, you don't want to change anything. But Burakovsky on line 3 is just so out of place. It just doesn't. There's nothing there right now. It's kind of a wash. So it's something you're gonna look at for sure. Game 3, hopefully get him involved. So this is the time where we score a goal. This is the disallowed goal moment. So Lekanen. So here's what I say: he skates in. He already makes contact with the goalie. Okay. Then he gets cross-checked into the goalie as the goal is being scored. But the fact of the matter is he's already in the crease. He's already made contact with the goalie by himself. Slight contact as it is contact. They will call that off all day long.
It's officially up to the goalies tonight, but I will say the goalies had the Predators back tonight. There were so many missed and bad calls.
Oh, you mean the refs? The refs had the Predators. Yeah. For sure. I have that noted too. There was some just weird shit being called.
So many terrible calls. And
not for sure. Yeah.
But that's
for sure.
That's what makes a hockey game.
Yeah. That's what makes a hockey game. Bad refereeing.
You gotta beat the refs and you gotta beat the team.
You damn sure you're right. You do. So I like that. There's no goal. Yeah, no goal in the play there, which I could understand. I get it. I mean, again, you make that initial contact, then you get cross-checked into the goal, and you're like,
I get it, but I don't want it.
No, you don't want it. But what surprised me most was Jed Bednar is very, very astute in his calling of challenges all season long for his whole career as a coach. And they've mostly got them right. I mean, they have got them right the majority of the time. This was one, though, I was like, I hope he doesn't challenge it. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go in into the period
into the third
on the penalty kill. This just seems like it's not going to go our way. He challenges it. You kind of get it. You're like, you're just throwing caution in the wind, but we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. We're dominating them. We're playing the better game. He does it. We lose it. So we start the third period on a penalty kill. So we start off on the third period on the penalty kill, and then Big Dick. Let's just call him out here. We got to bring him. I got to bring him in. I'm sorry. I got to bring him in the stream here. Sorry. I have like 19 pictures of him. And but he gets a penalty. Big Dick Valnichushkin.
My man.
It's a kind of shady penalty. I mean, it's a bit shady.
It was not a high stick. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
You say it's not a high stick?
No.
Is that just because you love Valnichushkin? Or is it because you think it's just not a high stick?
I'd say both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
A little bit of both in that.
I'm just buying time as I load this picture. All right. I just watched an interview with Bednar. He said he was going to reach out to the league because he still feels like he could have gotten out of the crease. He was cross-checked. Of course he was cross-checked. That's the thing. So he jumps in the play, and he wants to get out because the puck's not in the net yet. So he's like, okay, I'm going to get out of the play.
He had time to get out. He literally had time.
Oh, he had time to get out.
But that bitch
just
fucking cross-checked him back into it.
But what's funny is like if he says he's going to reach out of the league, I mean, what's the league going to do? We won the game.
Yeah, there's nothing that he can really do.
Unless the league gives us a third W. Like, you know what? Go ahead and take game 3 in Nashville because we screwed up.
Or
There's
you
not much
actually
they
won
can do.
3-1 instead of 2-1.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
a win
what
is
do
a
we do?
win. I mean, we won.
We won,
It
so
was
that's yeah.
like I said before, it was the Avs versus the refs versus Preds. That's
For
how this
clarification.
game was.
So he wanted clarification. He's like, tell me why this is, because this makes no sense to me.
I
Which
I
I
feel
kind
the
of
exact same.
agree a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like,
But I can also
what?
see it as he was in the crease initially. That's the problem. He initially made contact, so that's where the problem was.
Right.
And I mean, I agree with you. It should have been reviewed more than 5 seconds that it was, because
It was very quick.
they literally just said, "Oh no, no, it's
I said,
it's
oh, hell
declined."
no. Oh,
But
hell no.
I agree.
Yeah.
If
So,
they had taken more time into it, then it.
so we lose the
Yeah.
challenge. We start the third period on a penalty kill, and then we get another penalty. This one, Val does a weak ass high sticking penalty.
That was
We go on a
not
5-on-3. This one, you're like, oh boy, this is it. This is okay. This is the turning. This is the turning of the turntables right here. But dude, our penalty kill was on point tonight.
Dominated tonight. We were fantastic.
Yeah. Penalty kill was on point tonight. 100%. Kill the 5-on-3. I have Kale McCarr had a great play. This is when he skates it up. He's looking to score like on a 3-on-5. Like he's looking to push the play because he's that confident in his own ability.
I
believe that's the one where Marco Sturm goes offsides a little bit. I could be wrong. It could have been another one, but
I think
Kale McCarr.
Yeah,
I could be wrong. That might have been earlier in the game, but Kale McCarr just makes plays. Like doesn't matter 3-on-5, whatever. He gets the puck and he's like, yeah, I think I can take it, take a shot, try to get a scoring opportunity. That's the kind of player he is. We're very lucky to have him. I have Ingram makes a huge save on Kadri. I'm trying to remember what that save was, and then I put refs are having a shit show. I mean, refs are having a shit show this game.
Yeah,
we don't have to blame them. We end up winning the game, so we don't have to shit them too much. But that's tough. It's a rough game. It's kind of a rough reffing game. We get another power play. We don't convert on it. Things are tight. Game. It's kind of a little bit back and forth. Like I said, like we dominate the game. We get in their end the majority of the time, but every time they come in our end, we're like on edge. It's just we've been on the other end of that, where the Avalanche are the weaker team, and you're soaking up pressure, and then you get a chance to come in. You're feeling high, like, oh, we could do this because the goalie's not tested. He's not being tested. He's not involved in the game too much. So I get it. Yeah, I was feeling a little scared there, but and I put down here, we don't convert on the power play. We've had enough power plays to win the game, put it to bed. We don't do it. Goes into overtime. And all I have here is just Kale McCarr. Dancing around the blue line a little bit. We're just dominating the overtime as well. We're looking like the team to score, but you're always worried. Just all it takes is one
turnover.
One turnover, one misplayed puck. It's coming in the other way. They can win it. You've seen it 1,000 times.
It's anyone's game.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. You see 1,000 times the weaker team. There's one lucky bounce. They come the other way, score, and you're like, no way we're going 1-1 in Nashville. Thankfully, we're not going 1-1 in Nashville.
No, not tonight, McCarr, bitches. Not the
tasty treat. Tasty treat. We're going up 2-0 into Nashville because of this gentleman here. This gentleman here, tongue out, feeling it, grilling it. I mean, he's got it. He's got it all.
Fed to you by Snickers without the dick veins.
Okay. That seems like a complicated analogy, but I'm going to let you take over on that one. Okay. We're talking about dick veins.
There's a meme to that now. So.
Oh, okay. It's a move to that. Okay.
Yeah, some people
You should
might.
tell me about that.
Some people might realize.
You
what's
should have
going
told me about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
on. I just try to sneak it in, you know.
Well, you snuck it in already.
Don't ever want to go full force. You gotta
Yeah.
get around the corners.
Oh, you went around the corners. You were on the edges. You went around the sphincters. You ran around the knobs. For sure. Game winner. Such a relief too, because again, I mentioned this in the interviews. You want to go into Nashville up 2-0 with a possible mindset as a fan, not a player, but as a fan, like if we drop one but win one, we are in a great position going up 3-1. Of course, you want the sweep. You want to win every game. You 100% want to win every game, but going in 2-0, knowing you took care of business at home, you're happy, you're satisfied with that. So I'm more so a relief for us as fans going in 2-0 to Nashville. I would say, Oren, what is, as we start to close this bad boy out, Game 3, Saturday. We're going to try to make something happen at the Denver Sweet Bar. See if we can get some interviews there, have some fun. This will all look stupid if they tell us to fuck off, which they might very well do.
They just might.
They just might. But if they don't, we can get some interviews and have some fun. What is your expectation? Game 3 going into Nashville. You said this was a 3-0 game. It was a tight game, but was it still a win? And what's your expectation in Game 3?
It was a lot tighter than I thought, for sure. I figured their number three goalie, we would pretty much dominate.
Ingram.
He had the game of his life. I can tell you that much.
He had a great game, but you see that a lot. They're like rookie goalie, first playoff game.
Yeah,
they do a stonewall first game, and then second game, they're not at the races.
Bad.
Yeah. You never know. Could have Saros back too. So
I think since we're in Nashville now, we're going to Nashville, so this game is going to be a lot more physical. I think we're going to see some hard hits. We're going to see people trying to take out the other team, basically. I mean, they want that win. They're at home. Nashville is not going to be easy on this one. I mean, I thought this was going to be easy, game. But they correct me if I'm wrong, but they might have Saros back as well. And
possible. Yeah.
If they do at home, this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, could be another overtime game, or
definitely overtime. I'm thinking overtime again.
Yeah, it's possible. This is one of those games. I mean, I had them winning, and I have us winning in 6, so this would be a normal game to have us lose. But they never pick us to lose, even though overall I did have us winning in 6. It's just like, I don't care. I always think we're gonna win every game we play. It's gonna be a tight game, of course, but I don't know. We're just a better team. We get good goaltending. Darcy Kemper plays good. He doesn't have to be at his best, but if he plays good, it's in our it's in our realm to win the game.
As long as our defense keeps it up. So
yeah, which I think they will. So I mean, and that was the game. And we needed it. We had to have it. Glad we got it. Like I said, Saturday, we're gonna try to go to the Denver Sweet Bar, have some fun, have a fun time, get some good interviews. If not, we'll change some things up. Let everybody know. Either way, I'm just happy. I'm tired as shit. Yep. I think we're both tired. We're just ready. We're ready to phone this bitch in. It was a good time. What a win. Very happy about it. Kel McCarr is very happy about it. And can we not just, there's that. And then there's that. Game 1, Game 2. Game 1.
There's definitely a similarity.
Game 2. Yeah. Oh, well, it's the same guy. It's just like, this is him. feeling like he had a chance, and this is him understanding they lost game 2, and it's like, holy shite.
Yeah.
Okay. This
Shit's
is my career on
real.
the line once again. Yeah. And then someone threw this in. I don't know how that's relevant, but we'll take it. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been thinking about Voldemort and John Hines? Is that what you're saying? Because it is that for sure. We can show it to you again if that's what you're thinking. I mean, again, game 1.
Let's hope he's Voldemort without powers.
It's like going to the optometrist. Be like, okay, here's 1, here's 2. Which one's clearer? Number 1.
I honestly think
Number 2.
he looks better right there. Number 2.
Number 2. You think is that clearer? Or
number 2. I'm gonna go
number
with
2. Okay, let's end it at number 2. Let's end it there.
I could possibly lick that face. I don't know.
That's pretty disgusting. And we'll end it on licking Voldemort's face. That's gross. That's just terrible.
Well, if you had to make the decision, I mean.
Well, you don't have to. No, you don't. Well, you just got to go straight to licking someone's face.
I thought something was on the line.
Nothing is on the line.
That's how late we are tonight.
Yeah, it's late. It's late. Let's do what we got to do. Elise, is there a thought? Oh, Jesus. Is there a third option? Yeah, here's your third option right here. This guy right here. Look at it. Tongue's already out. This is our third option.
I would go for third. We're definitely looking.
Let's just go with yeah. His tongue's already out. That's the way we're going.
We're looking for the Kelmakar hat trick tomorrow.
She sold
or the next game.
She sold. And I would agree. You know who I would like for sure is this gentleman right here.
Nichushkin? Oh
no. Nichushkin's image is still loading. It's having a problem. So he's just still like pending.
I guess if we have to, I guess that could be my.
You know whose face I wouldn't lick though? You know whose face no one would lick? Not even their spouse? This gentleman right here.
Ooh.
A loose labia face. Oh boy.
We don't need that image anymore.
Darren Helm makes this. I mean, Darren Helm's a model compared to this gentleman right here. But we don't want this guy to look. I mean, let's go back to the winner. Let's not get crazy. People, at least thank you for watching. Thank you for joining again. People that have joined, people that will watch in the future. Again, I want to thank the 303 bar. We had a good time, even though we got locked out in the rain. That was on us. That wasn't on you. I made a joke. That was on us. We decided to go outside.
That was
on me. I'm an asshole.
It was your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault. But it was a fun time. Got some good interviews. Please check those out.
Made some new friends.
Looking forward to made some new friends for sure.
No.
Looking forward to game 3. No. And gonna have a fun time. It's time to go to work. We got to go to work in like 3 hours. So after that, thank you for joining. Amazing to have the Avalanche win again. Let's go to Nashville 2-0. Let's get something going here. You know they're going to come out hard. They got their country. They got their Garth Brooks playing like our friend said at the 303. But after that, we'll beat their ass. And
let's
give them all we got,
labia.
Captain. Yeah. Let's smack that labia around, tickle it a little bit, stimulate the labia, and get the W. Let's go up 3-0 in Nashville.
Let's go Avs.
And let's go Avs. All righty, boys. Love you all.